Hello everyone, it is I, Mark S.W. Welcome back to my channel. This video is one of those sit down and talk videos. I want to share my autistic thoughts about a certain topic. The topic in this video, it's about VidCon, the famous YouTube event. This event has been around for nearly 15 years, so it first started in 2010 and it's always been held at Anaheim in California. It was only in 2017 that the event started to go worldwide. So in 17 and 18 there were 2 international events as well as the main event in America. One of them was VidCon Europe, which was in Amsterdam. The other was VidCon Australia, which was in Melbourne. I went to the Amsterdam event in 17. In 2019, VidCon Europe then changed to VidCon London, and the event was held in London. I've been to that one as well. They still had the Australian event, and they also introduced VidCon Asia. This took place in Singapore. And of course, they still had the main US event. Then in 2020 and 2021, the US event didn't return because of the quarantine, but there were still international events. So in 20, there was the London event. Again, I went to that one. And in 21, they had 3 international events. There was the Asian event, again in Singapore, and they introduced 2 new ones, one in Abu Dhabi and one in Mexico. In 2022, the main US event returned, but only one international event, the one in Mexico, that came back. Then in 23, there were no international events, just the main event. Then in 24, again, only one international event, the one in Mexico. And now this year in 25, as far as I know, it's just the main US event. There are no international events this year. Now, I think there was going to be an event in Sao Paulo, but for some reason Wikipedia doesn't have that. Maybe it doesn't count as a proper VidCon event or something, I don't know. And I think there was going to be a VidCon event on the east coast of America for those people who were unable to travel to California, which sounded like a great idea, but I don't know if that's just a rumour or if it actually happened, but not many people talk about it. The point I'm trying to make here is that when you look back at the past VidCon events, they did go international, but now it looks like they've stopped going worldwide. I mean, there's still maybe another Mexican event maybe coming up, perhaps they'll do it next year, but that means VidCon has 2 VidCon events in one continent, North America. Does seem a bit unfair. Now, on the social pages, I have asked VidCon, are they going to bring back VidCon London? But for some reason, they're not answering the question. Even lots of other people have been asking the question. A bit like Fat Tony's wife. When is VidCon London returning? When are you going to bring back VidCon London? Why are you not bringing back VidCon London? And so on. And basically, that's what this video is about. Since VidCon are not giving us any answers, I've decided to do some investigating and try and find out why they won't bring back VidCon London. Of course, that's the title of this video, but I would have put something like, why won't VidCon return to the world, or something like that. Why won't it go worldwide or international? But I thought, nah, it's a bit long. Why not just say, why won't VidCon return to London? Make it short and snappy. Well, I did some research and I've put my notes on my phone, and I've narrowed the possibilities down to 4 reasons. So we'll go through them and see what you guys think. So the first possibility of why VidCon won't return to London or the world is because of money, which is a possibility because to set up a convention, it does cost a lot of money. Of course, that depends on what kind of convention it is. So here in my hometown, Leicester, we sometimes have the Comic-Con and Toy Fair event. Now, a convention like that, it's not very big. It would cost, I'd say, somewhere between £5,000 to £10,000, something like that. Whereas a really big convention like MCM Comic-Con or the MegaCon event that I went to in Birmingham, something like that would cost a lot more. I'd say somewhere around 150,000 to £3 million, but that's just a rough guess. Now, when I was at one of the London events, some people did complain that there weren't that many UK YouTubers at the event. It's possible that VidCon was trying to bring in the stuff that they have in America over to us, so we get to experience what the American VidCon has. That's probably another reason why it could be expensive, because you've got to transfer all that stuff from the States to the UK. But then again, money might not be the problem, because most YouTube stars are rich. I mean, some of them are even millionaires. Surely they could make some contribution or an investment into VidCon. The second reason why VidCon probably won't go worldwide is the behaviour of the crowds. Perhaps they won't return because the way the audiences have been behaving, especially during the evening shows. I think they call them Night of Awesome. I don't know if they still call them that, but that's what they called them when I was at the London events. In fact, during the London events, there were 2 incidences that happened which were caused by the audience. During the Night of Awesome show in 2019, there was performances by Max and Harvey, very popular singers, and a lot of teenage girls got up from their seats and they rushed to the stage. You know, it's something that a lot of teenagers tend to do. They want to get close to the stage so they can touch their favourite celebrities or to throw knickers at them. I don't know why, it's some sort of tradition, I think. But of course they were going past the safety lines, so the bouncers had to shuffle them all back to their seats. And of course they shouldn't have been doing that. They should have been sitting in their seats, because the evening shows, they're not like Glastonbury. They're like proper concerts where you have to sit in your seats, but you can still enjoy it, providing there isn't someone tall sitting in front of you. Of course, they do mention the safety rules before they start the shows, but some people are just like Thomas the Tank Engine. They'll go past the danger sign and they'll fall down the mine. Now, some of you may think, oh, that's not a serious incident, just a few immature people disobeying the rules. Yeah, well, wait until you hear the next incident. During the 2020 show, some guy from Canada managed to talk his way onto the stage because he wanted to make an announcement saying that he was coming out. Then he said it was a joke and he ran off. And because of this, he got banned not just from the event, but from the building itself. Now, at first, everyone thought, oh, he's just some pathetic loser who just likes to create public disturbances. Well, it turned out he was actually a YouTuber called Brody TV, and he did a video about it, and he was feeling very proud of being kicked out of VidCon, because he said the reason he did it, and I'm quoting here, "'cause it was funny, ha 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 ha, end of story." Well, it wasn't funny, it was stupid and offensive. In fact, after checking this guy out, this is a YouTuber you should probably avoid. He has a very foul mouth, he's rude and nasty to other people, and he likes causing trouble. In other words, he's a horrible, immature git. And the one thing YouTube events don't want are people like him. In fact, how a nasty person like him gets thousands of subscribers, it's beyond me. I just don't understand it. Now, this does bring me to my third possibility, which is the change in YouTubers. You see, for several years now, some YouTubers have changed, some in a good way, but some have changed in a bad way. Like some celebrities like Rolf Harris or Jim Will Fix It. In fact, to give an example, there was a YouTuber I used to follow called Steven. He was a funny guy, and he had the same interests that I have, but then he changed and he became a backstabbing traitor, literally. So I stopped following him. I don't want to talk about why, because it's a bit disturbing and it's not nice to talk about. The point is, like I said, some YouTubers have changed in a bad way, and some of them have even done things that are bad. And it's possible that VidCon can't invite these YouTubers to VidCon because there could be an angry mob waiting for them to chuck tomatoes at these YouTubers. Or if you're American, tomatoes. But it's not just the bad YouTubers who could be at risk here. Even some good YouTubers could be at risk. To give another example, one of the YouTubers I follow is Rosanna Pansino, and recently she had some confrontations with Mr. Beast. She actually uploaded some videos that show that he might not be a nice guy after all. And she did provide some evidence, and she even interviewed people who've been involved with Mr. Beast. And a lot of people got shocked and even cross with Mr. Beast about this. But to make matters worse, Ro then received some nasty messages from people, even threats. Now these were either from haters or people who are Mr. Beast fans who, despite seeing the evidence, will still support him because they don't want to handle the truth. And their messages would say something like, "Oh, you're just doing this for clout and attention," or "The only reason you set up a podcast was so you can bring out the bad in other YouTubers." So you see the problem now? Even if a YouTuber does something good or helpful, or even takes a stand to support other people in need, there could be an angry mob waiting for them as well, because they don't care about the goodwill actions. They're just going to defend those who've been exposed. So the safety of the YouTube stars does have to come first, even if they have done something bad. And going back to what I said about Brody TV, there are some YouTubers out there who have done disgraceful, immature, or terrible things, and yet they still receive thousands and thousands of subscribers. I mean, why? I mean, how the hell do these people forgive and forget them so easily? This is something I would find incredibly difficult to do, because I used to be bullied and insulted when I was at school, and if one of these bullies actually came up to me and actually said sorry and asked for forgiveness, well, how can I? After all the misery he's caused me, it would take something very special for me to forgive him. Talking of subscribers, I'm a nice guy, so please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. And if you're finding this video very informative, then do please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like a shout out in my video and access to certain perks like coming soon videos, behind the scenes and emojis, then hit the join button. And now to the fourth possibility of why VidCon won't return to London. Is YouTube becoming more American these days? You see, because YouTube was made in America, obviously the main event has to take place in America. It was great to see VidCon going international, especially as when I went to the Amsterdam event back in 2017, the Green Brothers, who helped to set up the event, they said that sometimes they get so focused on America, they don't know what's happening all over the world. So it's nice to go around the world and see other YouTubers and the type of videos they upload. But now it looks like they are going back to just focusing on America. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, there might be another Mexican event, but that would mean VidCon has 2 events in North America, which just seems unfair. I mean, why can't we have one VidCon event in each continent? Okay, it would be impossible to have a VidCon event in Antarctica, but you see where I'm going with this. Now, some people will probably argue and say, oh, well, why not have your own YouTube-themed event in your own country? Well, here in the UK, we did have a YouTube/social media themed event. It was called Social in the City. The last event was in 2019, and then it didn't return for 4 years. But now it's back, but as part of another event, the MegaCon event, which I went to in Birmingham this year. So in a way, although Social in the City has returned, it's not really a pure YouTube/social media event anymore. It's not on its own. It has to merge in with other events. Also, some people are saying that Social in the City is not what it used to be, especially with the autistic community, because The event used to have a quiet room for those people who just wanted to sit down and get away from the noise and relax, which was very useful if you were autistic, but then they got rid of it. But it's not just YouTube events. I mean, there have been other YouTube-related matters that used to be international and now they've stopped. For example, way before the quarantine, there used to be facilities all over the world called YouTube Space. It was a place where YouTubers could go and film and edit and broadcast live shows. But it was only available for YouTubers that had more than 5,000 subscribers. But then in the end, these facilities closed down, and as far as I know, only 3 are still operating: Sao Paulo, Bombay, and Dubai. It would be good if YouTube Space was brought back. And that's also got me thinking far into the future, so to speak. Other YouTubers I follow are Chad Wildclay and VQuaint, aka the Spy Ninjas. Now recently they set up their own theme park at the Spy Ninja headquarters, but they've always described it as the first YouTube theme park. And from looking at the photos and the videos, it's meant to be an amazing place. It's got trampolining, obstacle courses, rock climbing, escape rooms, weapons testing. It even has a restaurant and a bar, so it's not just for children, adults can enjoy it as well. And that got me thinking, why not have YouTube theme parks all over the world, kind of like with Disneyland and Universal Studios? Of course, to do something like this would take time and money, but it's a possibility, you never know. I bet some of you are thinking, oh, I bet you want a YouTube theme park in your hometown. Well, actually, why not? That's a good idea. For a start, Leicester is in the middle of the country, so it's easy to get to. And another reason, the YouTube theme park doesn't have to be in London. I mean, think about the one that Chad and V made. Is it in Washington, the capital city of America? No. Is it in Los Angeles, where all the YouTube celebrities live? No. It's in Las Vegas. My point is, for something that's famous worldwide, I don't see why Americans should have all the fun. I do think YouTube is meant to be for everyone. In fact, when I was at the VidCon event in Birmingham, there was a panel all about social media, about what it used to be like, what it's like now, and what's the future for it. And the creators were actually making a joke about how, as TikTok got banned in the US, it's a golden opportunity for TikTok stars from all over the world to sort of rise up. It's their time to shine for a change. And actually they do have a point. So to conclude this video, those are my 4 reasons or possibilities why VidCon won't return to London or anywhere else in the world. I mean, they all could be wrong, but like I said, it would help if they would just answer the questions on the social media pages. Is VidCon going to return to London or not? And if not, why not? It's a simple question, but to quote Buzz Lightyear, why don't they answer? Hopefully in the future, VidCon will come to its senses and will bring back international events. Or it's possible here in the UK we'll get a new YouTube/social media themed event. And hopefully I can be a guest speaker, because that's something I really want to do. I want to be a guest content creator, so then I can share my autistic opinions and experiences with other people. But what do you guys think? Do you think I might be onto something? And do you think VidCon should go back to being an international event? Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. As long as they're nice, rude comments will be deleted. And if you found this video informative and useful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to make sure you're subscribed and that the bell icon has been clicked. And if you'd like a shout out in my video, then do please hit the join membership and you'll get lots of lovely perks. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.